Barry Tompkins with Al Bernstein. Welcome back to the Showboat here in Las Vegas. We have seen one outstanding fight so far, and now our main event upcoming. It's a 10-round fight between Kenny Lopez and Michael Olajide, taking another step on what he hopes will be a road that takes him to another title shot. How's he been doing so far?
Middleweight contender Michael Olajide was rolling along undefeated in his career until he met Frank Tate for the IBF crown. It was not Michael's night, and the fight was hardly as smooth as silk. Olajide went down in the 11th and again in the 12th and lost a unanimous decision. Then came a wild encounter with that wild middleweight Iran Barkley. Olajide tasted the mat early, but then he returned the favor a round later. But the celebration was premature. Iran showed his legendary comeback ability, and Michael was distressed and beaten. He would turn things around against Troy Watson. He cut him down in the 7th, but that was 9 months ago, and this is now. Kenny Lopez is his opponent, and Olajide hopes to be smooth again.
Well, they call him Silk, and here is the new brain trust of Silk. And here comes, I tell you,
to the strains of Prince, the Batman theme.
Holy haberdashery. Well, he's always had a sense of theater. I have to say that for Michael Olajide.
No one could ever doubt it. That's some outfit.
Got the spit shine boots, whole number here.
Wow, those boots are amazing. All right, now I'm almost mesmerized, but we do have the keys to victory, so I guess we have to go to Michael Olajide. I think for him, he's got to get through the early rounds. He's coming off after a 9-month layoff. Don't get in a war. I think that would be silly for him. He can land power punches by boxing well. Lopez, start quickly. I would push Olajide. See how that layoff has affected him. Push the pace throughout. Olajide's had trouble in later rounds in some of his fights.
Meanwhile, a look at Kenny Lopez. He has been largely overlooked so far tonight. He's come into the ring rather quietly, and Olajide has made the grand entrance, but I'm sure given his choice, Lopez would rather make a grand exit than a grand entrance. Let's meet these two with Michael Buck.
The 3 judges for this bout will be Art Laurie, Lou Tabbitt, and Dave Moretti. All the other officials will remain the same. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Showboat Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Top Rank and Budweiser present the main event. So let's get ready to rumble. 10 rounds in the middleweight division. The referee for this bout is Carlos Padilla. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red trunks with gold letters, he weighs an even 154 pounds. From San Jose, California, as a professional, 17, 11-1, 8 KOs to his credit. Let's hear it for Kenny Boy Lopez. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks and weighing an even 158 pounds. He's originally from Vancouver, now living and fighting out of the Big Apple, New York City. As a professional, 26 victories, 18 by KO, against only 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, ranked number 5 in the world by the WBC, Michael Silk Olajide.
Okay, Olajide, Lopez, you were already given instructions in the respective dressing room. Any question? No. Okay, seconds come out fighting.
So Michael Olajide looking good, and the question remains, will he fight good? Angelo Dundee in his corner. Dundee has been working with him for a while, really sees good things on the horizon for Michael Olajide. First round, Kenny Lopez also, as you mentioned at the top of the show, Al, a new and improved version.
Yeah, he got away from what he was doing well, and he was 15-1 originally starting out, and he got away from that. He went away from his father, from his home, got into some very bad habits, admitted he was drinking a lot, lost a bunch of fights. Now he's back, and he performed well in 1988, even not in winning all of his fights.
Good quick left hand by Olajide, and he took a right from Kenny Lopez. So Lopez is doing what you said.
Olajide's hurt already because he got into a war. He's already getting into a war with Lopez. You know, one of the misnomers about Michael Olajide is that he's a quick fighter. He's not. He doesn't have good foot speed. He's got pretty quick hands, but he's really not that much of a boxer. I mean, he can be, but that's not necessarily his forte.
Lopez was saying, you know, I don't want you to think of me as a club fighter. He said, I'm a thinker. I know what I'm doing in there, and I don't doubt that.
The logo on the trunks of Michael Olajide from a famous movie. Isn't that from the Dead Poets Society?
I think it is. Yeah. Yes, that's right.
This could be a very good action fight. Lopez won't back down, and Olajide wants to knock out badly in this fight.
Lopez looking like he's trying to get loose, although he's come up with a couple of pretty good right hands here in the first round. Lopez realizes that this is almost the last hurrah. He needs a good showing here if he's really going to be serious about this career and not be what he doesn't want to be, a club fighter.
He had about a month to prepare for this bout. He says he is prepared. Olajide with a very good left hook to the body. It's an underrated weapon of his. He's using it against Lopez.
Took a left hand.
Good hook by Olajide. Michael's keeping himself under control here. He is landing good power shots, but not getting carried away, not getting wild. The jab of Olajide really effective.
Left hand.
Well, that was low, and he paid for it, Lopez did. Olajide banged him with a big left hook to the head.
Right hand by Lopez. Lopez has found a home for that right hand early in the fight. He didn't pronate that one. If he did, it might have been better.
You can see here Olajide a true middleweight. Lopez has fought a lot as a junior middleweight. Whether he is a true middleweight is another question.
End of the first round and an evenly matched first round.
Let's try a right hand, caught a right or left hand from Michael Olajide.
So it's round number 2. And in Olajide's corner, Angelo Dundee, good left hand to start this round. Angelo Dundee saying, you got a good jab, son, use it. Olajide's got more people out of there than Lopez, but misleading number, really. That's a slip.
Okay.
Countered by Olajide. So much expected of him as he marched through opponents, fighting primarily in the East in the Felt Forum in New York. And, failed his big test against Frank Tate, losing for the IBF middleweight, and then was within a hair, perhaps, of winning against Iran Barkley, but couldn't do it. Not an easy task.
And Lopez, by trade, a butcher, works a full 8 hours, then goes and trains for boxing.
Food for less.
I was just going to say that.
Well, there you go. What did you do about me to take the words right out of your mouth?
That was good. I like that. His dad also in his corner, also a butcher. Folks at Save Mart down in Modesto watching him.
They're watching from everywhere. Target here.
He's there for him.
He's slipping and blocking some punches, but he's also been hit with a number.
Right hand, left to the body by Lopez, and left to the head. And all of Olajide's punches in this little sequence caught in the gloves of Kenny Lopez.
I think they want Michael Olajide in those ropes. I'm sure Angelo Dundee will have something to say to him about that.
Good combination by Olajide there, although Kenny Lopez shakes his head and says no. There's always an indication, yes.
Good hook by Lopez. Olajide has always been susceptible to that hook. It's also his best punch. Hector Roca has been training Olajide also, his everyday trainer, and Angelo, of course, looks in from time to time as well.
We're going to eavesdrop on Angelo Dundee and what he says. Angelo definitely has a sense of the moment, but by the same token, he always has sage advice. Let's listen.
Okay? Don't trade. Set him up, nail him a shot. You don't have to trade with this guy. Okay? Give me the other one. Give me the other one. No, take it off.
He's ready to go. Put your punches to
Let's go. Okay? Spit it out.
I can get enough.
Give me that.
Here's where Olajide laid against the ropes, tried to counterpunch, got hit with some good shots like that right hand, and Lopez going to the body as well. This part of Angelo Dundee's advice, don't trade with him. Hit him with a shot and get out of there. You can't get out of there when you're laying on the ropes. Left hand that's straight a little bit low, right on the old Batman logo.
It goes back to something we talked about at the very beginning, and that is that somewhere in Olajide's mind, you have the feeling that he's thinking, I not only have to win the fight, I got to win the fight big. I got to impress some people. I got to show them that I can bang. Here's a look at punch profile. I must admit it's a little bit surprising. I would have thought Lopez was more active than that.
I scored the round for Lopez, so
There's a left hand by Olajide. Good shot back Lopez up.
one of my rare disagreements with the punch profile, and this happens once every month or two.
If that.
I've got it even. I gave Lopez the second round and Olajide the first round. Olajide won the first one bigger, but I still made it a 1-point round.
Lopez, one of the only fighters I've ever seen sell space on his back.
Olajide's got the Batman on his front.
That's right.
Lopez has the tattoo on his back. I'm thinking of doing something with my lapel for next week's show.
It's a good idea. Some death before dishonor or something like that. Mom would be nice.
That would be doing, yes. The jab of Olajide, when he's using it, very effective. Not getting it in as much in the last round or two.
Olajide really heeding Angelo Dundee's advice in this round.
Well, he can win this fight by doing just that. Going in with an occasional left hook and straight right hands, get the height and reach. He is probably a better classic boxer than Lopez. Keeping him on the end of the punch is very effective.
Good right hand.
But when he trades like that, he runs the
There's a
risk.
cut over the eye, left eye, serious cut over the left eye of Lopez. Really jumpy there.
No, that's okay. It's really bothering him too, that cut. But see, there again, look, Lopez lands the left hook when Olajide gets in too close and starts to look for some way to knock him out. Olajide's fight against Lopez is at long range, using a jab, straight right hand, and an occasional left hook mixing it in.
No question the cut is bothering Lopez. Blood is getting in the eye. You can see him swat at it. And now the fight is really Olajide's now. Unless Lopez is just going to have to forget about everything he's been trying to do and go try to get him out of there.
Or unless they can do a real good job in that cut in between rounds, and there's a little under 30 seconds before he'll get there.
Olajide doing a good job in this round, really doing exactly what his corner wanted. Between rounds going to be important for Kenny Lopez.
Here's where, in between rounds, they had some work to do on that cut around the eye of Kenny Lopez.
And the doctor came into the ring, into the corner, I should say, of Kenny Lopez between rounds, and they said, we'll give him one more round. And so you have the idea that this may be it.
and the blood is still flowing.
Yeah, it's a serious cut. Was right from the get-go.
Dr. Romeo said, I don't like the look of that cut on the eyelid. So for Michael Olajide, what's the game plan here? Well, stand back and jab, 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 move, move, move as the keys to victory
I heard
sometimes.
that somewhere.
Once in a while, I put that. It's on a wheel of fortune of keys to victory.
That's right.
Olajide has changed just about everything. He's changed his cornermen, his management, and he's hoping for a rebirth in boxing. And tonight he's fighting well.
Yeah, he's really absolutely doing the right thing now. Just staying at long range and working on the cut.
From Olajide's standpoint, he needs to put a couple W's on the scoreboard.
Good right hand by Lopez.
Yeah, very excellent punch by Lopez. Doing his best to try and make something dramatic happen this time, because he just said he will need it.
Cut right at the moment is no worse than it was, but it's
not dripping blood down anyway. The jab of Olajide, really the big difference. The power punches in this fight have not been that different. Close, but the jab of Olajide is a major weapon. Those are right to the thigh of Olajide. He comes back with a low blow.
Olajide just peppering Lopez now.
Good hand speed by Michael Olajide. As I said, it's kind of a misnomer to think he's that quick a foot, but hand speed he has. The left hook to the body. Maybe his best punch. Maybe Olajide's best punch.
Lopez gave one and took one, and is taking a lot more.
I think this is probably the best puncher that he has been in with, Kenny Lopez. His eye is closed. I don't think this fight's going to go on past to the next round.
I think we may be looking at the last moments of this fight. We'll be back. We are back and the fight is over. Michael Olajide is the winner as we suspected. They did stop the fight. The ring physician, Dr. Romeo, came up, took a look, and said, that's it, enough. Let's listen in.
Bleeding that much, Ken. The blood stopped, man. You just don't want to fight.
What? Stop.
Stop. The blood stopped, man.
Stop.
Stop it?
It's not bleeding no more.
It's bothering.
It's not bleeding anymore.
Yeah, it's not bleeding.
It's not even bleeding. Why should you stop
I
it?
can stop
He
it.
wiped it away 2 or 3 times.
I tell you right.
And with that, the fight is over, and Michael Olajide is the winner in his comeback attempt, his second. A couple of more fights, and they feel that he can be in there for another title shot.
Well, he performed very well here against a man in Kenny Lopez, who, granted, is not a top 10 middleweight. In fact, had fought a lot as a junior middleweight, but is not a bad fighter. And as I said, he fought some good guys in this past year against just be Roy and Hammond, and fought young Dick Tiger. And that's Michael Olajide. He's as concerned with the way he looks during, before, and after a fight.
And he made it complete. He looked good before, he looked good during, and now here he is, and he looks pretty good after it, too. So a good win from Michael Olajide. The cut certainly the difference. Let's get the official word now.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Carlos Padilla, acting on the advice of physician ringside Dr. Donald Romeo, stops this bout at the end of the 4th round because of a severe nose fracture suffered by Kenny Lopez. The winner by TKO, Michael Silk Olajide.
So Michael Olajide is the winner, and you see part of his new management team. The fight was stopped because of a serious cut. We'll be back to talk with Olajide right after this. Of auto racing. Well, a full day for Michael Olajide, too, and he right now is with Al Bernstein.
Well, Michael Olajide gets a win after a 9-month layoff, and I asked you before if you were happy with this performance. A mixed reaction from you.
Definitely a mix because I know what I'm capable of doing and we've been working, but I have to give credit to Kenny Lopez. He's very strong and determined, and when you get in the ring with an opponent who really strives to win. You can't take anything for granted. You must perform up to par.
Michael, this was a lot more pleasant than the last time you were out here in Las Vegas. That was when you lost to Frank Tate. After a 9-month layoff, though, you did show a tremendous jab, very good body punches, and you didn't get into an all-out war with him, which I know you didn't want to do.
No, Hector Roca, my great trainer, and Angelo Dundee, of course, our strategist and manager, we had planned this fight on boxing, in and out, working on combinations. And as you can see, as the fight went on, I didn't load up, I just picked my punches. I sort of got rid of the 9 months, it started to come up and it started to flow, and I felt good towards the end.
You did, and in fact, let's take a look at one of the jabs that created the cut that would ultimately end this fight.
Yes, it was a street jab. It was more or less almost like an up jab that that Angelo had been showing me when we were out in Florida working. And it was a very effective punch. Hector had me working on in-out movement. He had me doing the things that I'm capable of doing once again. I think we're going to go a lot further.
All right, where is Michael Olajide at? At 25, you've come back. It's silly even to call it a comeback. You've had a couple losses. Where do you feel you're at, and how long will it take you to maybe get in against one of the champions?
What I would really like to do right now is fight one of the champions or fight someone very highly ranked, because it's very hard for me to keep getting up for these type of fights after being right at the door and knocking at the pinnacle of the middleweight division to suffer a debilitating defeat. Right now, what I'd like to do, fight a top contender or a champion and really prove myself, show my worth. And you know me, I love a fight. I love fighting, and contrary to the image.
Well, you performed very well tonight. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you. I'd like to see
Michael Olajide with a win that may put him back in a position where he can get a contender, maybe even a world title shot pretty soon. We'll be back with more on Top Rank Boxing. Don't go away.